Okay, now this is where I really have a bone to pick with anyone who's ever made a car. I believe someone who's spending their hard-earned money to buy a car is because they want to drive it. A lot of people couldn't care less about driving, and they're the ones asking for these autonomous cars. And I feel if you don't really like driving, so don't drive, because if you don't like driving, you most likely buy a front-wheel drive automatic car so that you can use your phone while driving, so that you can eat while driving or apply your makeup while driving, because you don't really involve yourself in the process of driving.
Yeah.
So autonomous cars, I don't think they should have a place in modern world. I really don't. I don't see the need for that technology. Once you have the autonomous vehicles, then it brings a problem. Where do all these drivers go?
Yeah.
See? So if you don't like driving, you want a self-driving car, just get a driver. See, the driver will park it when you need him to park it. He'll take it to the garage. He'll wash it. You know. So don't kick a guy out of a job just because you want to sit in a car that drives itself. Get a guy and who'll do that. See, okay. So it keeps guys employed. On a personal level, I feel that they are doomed. Practically speaking, SUVs are more capable. You want a car that will be able to go anywhere. When you need to go to the bundos, you go with your car. But saloon cars, they offer a better ride quality but are limited. And when you're stuck in traffic or when you're maneuvering in a congested city, everyone likes the added ride height. And that's why compact SUVs are doing very well, because they give you all the amenities you'd get in a saloon car, but then it gives you the commanding ride height that gives you the confidence that you won't scrape out the bottom in a rough section.
Yeah. And
you can see clearly. Yeah. So SUVs feel more rigid, they are more capable. So all around it's a much more valuable car, simply going by its abilities. So, and that's why you see literally every car maker, even now the supercar makers are making crossovers. Literally there's no car company worth its salt that is going to say that no, we are not going to make. Even the ones claiming like McLaren, sooner or later they'll have to, because that's what people want. I think what will be maintained are performance saloons, the M3s and M5s and AMGs. Yeah. Because now when you want performance, you want to be low to the ground. So that's where saloons, and I think the market for coupes will also overtake saloons. Yeah. Because even for a family, it's still better to buy a compact SUV. Yeah. But if you want performance, you want to be low on the ground, and you don't really need all that family space. Yeah. So I predict that coupes will even overtake. You'll find more coupes because guys want a nice, flashy, fast-looking car. Yeah. So they'll overtake even the saloons, and so it's not a very bright future for saloons.
Okay.
Used cars are not the best cars for our country, for our roads, and for our fuel. New cars are much better, most of them out of the reach of the normal mwananchi. So there needs to be some law that caters to both parties, so that if you really need a nice, reliable car, you can get it at an affordable price. Yeah. And if you want a brand new car, you can also get it at an affordable price. That said, I'm not a big fan of used or so-called mtumba cars, because they're just bought, especially in Kenya, as a status symbol. You want to be that guy, finally nimepata gari, Yeah. And it's leading to a lot of congestion on the roads and pollution in the cities, it's really not good. And yet on the other side, I'm a very big fan of classic cars, which I believe always have more character than modern cars, brand new cars. So like this one is a prime example. This is a Jeep Professional. It's a classic, everything about it. Like this one, I have any luxury amenity. Classic cars were built to a purpose, whether it was speed, whether it was off-road, whether it was just design. So I still think used cars have their place, but I think we should concentrate more on what is now known as retro modding, where you get an old car, an old chassis, and then fit it with modern performance parts, like a modern engine that's more efficient and more reliable and such things. So, that's I still feel the battery technology still has a way to go.
Yeah.
To go, so that you don't have range anxiety. If you're driving to Mombasa, you want to get there without wondering whether it will run out of juice halfway through.
Yeah.
In terms of performance, the electric power, you have it at 0 RPM, full torque. There is no way you're beating. We've seen that in all the latest hypercars.
Yeah.
You know, you either go hybrid or you go full electric. The performance, the acceleration is simply unmatched. Definitely, electric is a future, and it's a future I'm looking forward to. Personally, even I hope to get an electric bike to navigate Nairobi because it's getting very congested. So yeah, I'm a proponent of electric. But if you look at all categories of vehicles, and especially commercial vehicles that are pro-diesel, which is one of the biggest pollutants, electric now offers the torque advantage of electric with zero emissions. So in every sector, I see that sooner or later we'll have to adapt electric technology.
It's this one, the one we're actually sitting in, because first of all, Mercedes-Benz, they do everything else to a much higher level. With a G Professional, as you can see, everything that could go wrong is ripped out. If it's not necessary, it's out. This is just plastic and metal, the whole no unnecessary luxury nonsense. And since I drive a Suzuki GLX, it's more or less the same thing. It's plastic and metal, nothing else, and it's really never disappointed me. So unfortunately, this is a bit out of my price range. At the moment, it's what, 30M? So it's a bit out of my price range, but if money was not an issue, it would definitely be this. But since money currently is an issue, the new Suzuki Jimny looks like a viable alternative.